Throughout my first semester of my senior year, I spent 30 hours volunteering at the Child Development Center here on Missouri State campus. The Child Development Center, also known as the CDC, was opened by Missouri State for their early education and child and development majors to offer them a supreme practicum experience. They offer programs from children ranging from 6 weeks old all the way up to 5 years. One of the main goals of the CDC is to provide a learning environment that fosters positive social, emotional, cognitive, physical, and language development for children. From my time spent at the CDC, I drew the conclusion that if more students had the opportunity to be enrolled in a high-quality preschool program, that the whole economy would benefit as well as the students themselves. But what exactly is a high-quality preschool program? A high-quality preschool program is said to provide a safe, nurturing environment that perfectly fosters a child's social, academic, and emotional development. Our kindergarten teacher here at Greenwood, Miss Lowe, was willing to give me insightful information on how she can see firsthand the disparities between children who have been to preschool and those who have not. So, are you a teacher here at Greenwood?
Yes, my name is Abby Lowe, and I teach kindergarten here at Greenwood.
Are you aware of how many students in your current class have been enrolled previously in preschool?
In this class, all of them have.
All of them?
Mm-hmm.
Over the past years, have all of them been enrolled?
No, it kind of varies by class, but...
Is there any very significant disparities that you can see as a kindergarten teacher?
Yes.
There are?
Academically, usually the kids who've been to preschool are a lot more academically prepared in terms of letter knowledge and numbers and that kind of thing. Sometimes their parents, you can tell, have worked with them a lot at home, so they have those kind of basic skills. But the biggest difference is social skills, emotional self-regulation, that kind of thing. So as far as social skills, taking turns, learning to wait for things, waiting in line, sharing, and then kind of the basic being in school skills, like being able to sit and listen for 10 minutes at a time, following the teacher's directions, working together with other kids, that kind of thing. Sometimes the gap closes. It just kind of depends on the kid. But I mean, generally, if they come in with that kind of deficit, either academically or socially, it takes quite a while for that gap to close.
Mm-hmm. And for you as a teacher, is there anything like special that you do to try and bridge that gap sooner? Or does it?
Yes. I mean,
does
academically,
it help,
yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Academically, working with kids one-on-one, working with kids in small groups, kind of meeting them where they are and trying to fill in those academic gaps and the skills that they need that they're lacking. Socially, it's just lots and lots of explicit modeling, lots of redirecting, and then they learn through watching their peers too, what social skills, what is and is not acceptable and how to play and interact with one another. But I mean, it definitely takes a lot more explicit teaching and explicit modeling.
Do you sit them next to certain people that will influence them more positively?
Not necessarily. It just depends on the dynamics within the class. And I mean, they kind of mix around a lot anyway and interact with different kids depending on what we're doing and at different times of the day. So I mean, they kind of have an opportunity to interact with all the kids in the class.
So overall, though, the children that have been previously enrolled in preschool are better when they enter kindergarten academically and socially?
Absolutely. And it used to be that kindergarten was kind of the first school experience, but now the things that used to be taught in first grade are taught in kindergarten. Mm-hmm. So if they don't have some basic knowledge coming in, getting them to where they need to be at the end of kindergarten is really challenging.
After hearing from Ms. Lowe, we are all now aware that preschool is a vital aspect to a child's development. So how can over 2.5 million children still not have access to a publicly funded program? In Missouri, the average cost of a yearly preschool tuition is $8,924. This is a very costly investment for a family that has a low income. Many low-income families are unable to afford a high-quality preschool. However, if you visit the childcare.gov page, it shows you step-by-step how you can sign up for certain financial aid packages and how you can qualify for certain grants. There are many government financial aid programs, such as Head Start programs, state-funded kindergarten, and child care financial assistance. However, there are also work and school-related programs that can help for financial assistance. The first work-related program is an employer-sponsored dependent care flexible spending account. These accounts allow for an employee to take a portion of their check and place it into a special fund to allow them to pay for childcare. There is also going to be other employer resources. So some companies allow on-site childcare for employees' children to stay, and that is free. The next way for financial aid to come into play is minority programs. So the first one is a tribal child care financial assistance, and many tribes and tribal organizations have child care grants for their children to provide financial assistance for child care. Depending on where you live, local nonprofit organizations also have the ability to offer financial assistance for child care. Many child care programs also offer a sibling discount, such as at Greenwood, we have a sibling discount. If more low-income families were made aware of their financial aid options, I believe more children would be enrolled into high-quality preschools. Although Head Start programs can prepare a child for kindergarten, a high-quality private preschool would be the best option. The three best private preschools in Missouri are the Summit Preparatory School, the Discovery Garden Montessori School, and the Principia School. The Summit Preparatory Preschool program focuses on social interactions and the basics of understanding concepts in math, reading, language, social studies, and science. The Summit uses the Reggio Emilia philosophy for their curriculum, which focuses on more collaborative learning styles. And the teacher serves more as a guide opposed to a teacher. The Principia School also uses the Reggio Emilia philosophy for their curriculum.
Designed for infants through preschool-age children. We embrace a Reggio Emilia inspired approach to learning. It's a very rich program in that it allows our teachers to be collaborators with one another, to embrace learning. They're lifelong learners themselves, and it allows them to continue to stretch themselves in what they do.
The way this program is set up, it encourages innovation, and kids learn to collaborate and cooperate and work together. They go into studies about what they're interested in very deeply and broadly. We like to encourage them to explore their interests, to use their sense of wonder that comes innate in them and creativity. And we encourage them then to explore and try new things and be risk takers.
However, the Discovery Garden Montessori School uses a different approach, called the Montessori philosophy. The Montessori philosophy focuses on more individualized learning of basic skills. Montessori curriculum is very structured and it's independent learning based. This school is the only school that utilizes the Montessori philosophy in Springfield. The best option for a free preschool is the Ozarks Area Community Action Corporation's Head Start programs. These programs' curriculum mainly focuses on active learning, exploration, and promoting development of the whole child. Their curriculum goals are for children to be enthusiastic learners as well as getting along with each other. Even though these Head Start programs don't have as strong of a curriculum, they can still benefit children to prepare them for kindergarten. In order for more children to receive a high-quality preschool education, parents and families of these preschool children need to take advantage and be educated about these possible financial aid packages to provide them with childcare.